trying to be fascinating, which was an asinine position to be in, really. Here I am, and aren't I great? If you have been taught basic freedom from fear and a basic...
Hollywood, where stars shine endlessly, but behind the bright lights are dark secrets that the public never knows. Katharine Hepburn, a symbol of power and independence in the film industry, was a strong woman who never gave up. However, behind that proud appearance, she once faced dangerous love affairs and never before revealed secrets, enough to shake the world. The three actresses Hepburn secretly dated and hated will make you unable to believe your eyes. These relationships are not only the dark side of Hollywood history but also the underground wars, the tense confrontations in which Hepburn was the main character. Do you dare to continue to explore these hidden truths? If you are attracted to the shocking revelations, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel now. We'll take you on a journey to discover untold secrets of Hollywood and stories that will blow your mind. Katharine Hepburn, born May 12, 1907, is a Hollywood legend, known for her outstanding talent and strong personality. She is not only an icon of American cinema but also a role model for independent, assertive women in the early decades of the 20th century. With 4 Oscars, Hepburn has affirmed her irreplaceable position in the history of cinema. However, behind her glamorous appearance and brilliant career, her personal life hides shocking secrets that the media has never known. Katharine Hepburn is not only famous for her strong roles, but also for her stormy and scandalous love relationships. Her secret love affairs with famous actresses such as Greta Garbo, Marlene Dietrich, and many other names made her a contradictory and complicated woman. These relationships were not just about love, but also about hatred, betrayal, and power struggles that could not be exposed to the light. However, what made Katharine Hepburn so mysterious was her fierce hatred and confrontation with those she loved. These secrets gradually faded into the past, but the truth about her is still a story that has never been told. Were her secret feelings the driving force behind that hatred? To find out more, follow the shocking and dramatic revelations that follow. Want to know which actresses Hepburn hated the most? Don't miss the shocking secrets that will be revealed in the next part. Though not an actress, Spencer Tracy is the only man on the list of names that Katharine Hepburn once hated and deeply hurt. Their secret affair lasted for more than 2 decades, becoming one of the most shocking secrets of Hollywood's heyday. Tracy, a married man with children, and Hepburn, the most rebellious female star on the silver screen, were caught up in a perverse relationship that neither could make public because of their fame and status. But behind the sweet exterior and the times they spent together on screen, there were countless times Tracy betrayed him, causing Hepburn to be hurt to the point that she could never truly forgive. The most bitter thing for Hepburn was the conflict between love and pride. She loved him blindly, but also hated him for the times he was pushed aside, for the unfulfilled promises and the lonely nights she spent behind the scenes, waiting for someone who never dared to step into the light with her. And it was Spencer Tracy, the only man, who left the deepest wound in Hepburn's proud heart. But that was just the beginning. Because besides Tracy, there were a series of actresses who had crossed her path in life, people who made Hepburn secretly hate for many years. Who dared to confront her? Who made her swallow her anger and keep her resentment in the dark? Keep reading to discover the most surprising names that Hepburn herself never wanted to mention. Greta Garbo, the name is like an immortal symbol of the film capital, with her icy beauty and melancholy eyes, once made Hollywood admire and fear. However, for Katharine Hepburn, Garbo was a deep scar that never healed in her heart. Few people expected that, behind the bright lights and the applause of the audience was a love story that turned into bitter hatred between 2 monuments of the silver screen. If Spencer Tracy was the only man who made Hepburn suffer, Garbo was the woman who made her angry all her life. The meeting between them was once considered the fate of 2 lonely souls in the world of luxury. Whispers about that unconventional relationship crept throughout the backstage of the studio, the lavish parties and the dressing room. People said that Garbo was once infatuated with Hepburn, a bold, fierce girl who was not afraid to break all the rules of conservative Hollywood. But when the relationship became deep, Garbo turned her back cruelly. Not only did she coldly cut off all contact, she also calmly gossiped and said malicious things about Hepburn to those around her, causing Hepburn to be hurt beyond repair. For a proud and strong woman like Hepburn, that betrayal was like a fatal stab. She not only lost the person she once considered her soulmate, but was also tormented by the feeling of being humiliated and deceived. From then on, whenever she heard the name Greta Garbo, Hepburn held in her heart contempt and resentment. She once told a close friend, "There are women I can forgive, but never Garbo." That story was kept as Hollywood's darkest secret for decades, until a few insiders quietly revealed it before they passed away. And when the truth was revealed, the public was shocked to realize that behind the halo of fame was a secret love affair, a cold betrayal, and a simmering hatred that lasted a lifetime between the two silver screen goddesses. But the most shocking thing, the list of people Hepburn hated did not stop at Garbo. The rest of the names will surprise you. If Greta Garbo was the painful scar in Katharine Hepburn's heart, then Marlene Dietrich was the fire that burned away all the remaining faith and weakness in the heart of this legendary actress. Marlene Dietrich, Hollywood's most sexy icon with her captivating eyes and carefree demeanor, entered Hepburn's life like a storm, sweeping away all the boundaries between love, passion, and hatred. The two had days filled with pleasure and romance, a secret couple that the backstage world at that time only dared to whisper about behind closed doors. But like any fire that was too hot, their love affair quickly flared up, then died out in black smoke and ashes. What Hepburn never forgave was the cold betrayal from the woman she once considered a friend, an ally in a prejudiced and hypocritical Hollywood. Marlene Dietrich, with her unruly nature and habit of playing with other people's emotions, not only deceived Hepburn but also openly mocked her in front of the gossipiest people in the movie industry. Dietrich knew how to manipulate people, and Hepburn, an arrogant but vulnerable soul, became the perfect victim of her power play. What really happened? Many say that Dietrich had been secretly having an affair with Hepburn's former lover behind her back, even deliberately displaying the relationship as a cruel pastime. Others claim that Dietrich was the one who leaked Hepburn's sensitive personal secrets to the press and colleagues in order to undermine her at the most vulnerable moments of her career. Whatever the truth, the result was a deep and uncompromising feud between the two screen goddesses. Hepburn once told close associates, "Dietrich is the only person I wish I had never met." That sentence was enough to show the level of cruelty and resentment she had for the woman who had broken her heart. Katharine Hepburn, the name that once made Hollywood bow in admiration, is not only remembered for her immortal roles or her haughty beauty that defies time. Behind the stage lights, behind the classic films and praise, is a world full of secrets, ill-fated love affairs and lifelong hatreds that the public has never known. Hepburn was not the type of woman who was weak and forgiving. She was a woman who lived by instinct, loved fiercely, hated mercilessly, and was ready to eliminate anyone who betrayed or hurt her. In a world where everyone wore masks, Hepburn was the one who refused to bow to hypocrisy. She went through passionate love affairs but also filled with tears and betrayal. And when love fell apart, Hepburn did not cry or beg. She remembered every wound, every betrayal, turning it all into a burning anger that burned throughout her life. The actresses who entered her life, seemingly confidants, turned out to be her sworn enemies. From Greta Garbo to Marlene Dietrich and many others, all left painful scars in the soul of a legendary woman. The Hollywood that Hepburn lived in was not only about sparkling lights and thunderous applause. It was also a place where dark secrets were buried deep under the dust of fame, where secret love affairs took place behind the scenes, where betrayal and jealousy crept into every look and every word. And Katharine Hepburn, with her sharp personality and unyielding pride, left her mark not only with her illustrious career but also with behind-the-scenes stories that made people shudder when the truth was revealed. Now, when those secrets are revealed, the image of the Katharine Hepburn you once knew will be completely different. Do you have the courage to face the dark side of a cinematic icon? Stay tuned, because the next stories are even more shocking.